From exposed frauds and digital revolutions to global power plays and border crackdowns, Donald Trump and Elon Musk are turning American politics upside down. Love them or loathe them, they're making moves that are bold, brash, and impossible to ignore. These aren't just policies, they're shockwaves. Ready to see what they're really doing to change America forever? Let's start with one of the most embarrassing things ever exposed in US history. Thanks to Doge, no, not the meme coin, but Trump's Department of Government Efficiency, the government discovered that over 1 million people aged 120 and older were somehow collecting Social Security checks. Yes, you read that right. People who would have been around for the Titanic were still getting paid. Add to that the $4.3 billion in unspent COVID relief funds just lying around, and it's clear. Someone's been seriously sleeping at the wheel. Trump's Labor Secretary Lori Chavez DeRemer called it a win for taxpayers, and Elon Musk backed it, calling the current system a Ponzi scheme. This isn't just cleanup. It's a full-scale embarrassment for the previous administration. Billions have already been clawed back, and the mission is far from over. And speaking of cleaning up, Trump's also taking out the trash. Literally. No more second chances for dangerous criminals. That's Trump's new stance as he begins mass deportations of violent gang members, especially those from MS-13, Venezuelan drug syndicates, and Colombian cartels. This move kicked off on day one of his second term with a full military-backed crackdown to identify and deport foreign nationals with criminal records. Trump said enough is enough. No more catch and release, no more sanctuary zones. Countries that refuse to take back their citizens, they're getting slapped with travel and trade restrictions. While critics scream about human rights, Trump's base sees it as restoring basic safety. These deportations aren't random, they're targeted. If you're in the US illegally and part of a violent gang, it's a one-way ticket home. Trump's also working on new agreements with South American countries to speed things up. And while he's securing the streets, he's also thinking long-term, starting with crypto. Elon Musk was the first to shout it from the rooftops, but now Trump's joining the crypto revolution. In a shocking shift, Trump has declared Bitcoin a strategic national asset. What does that mean? Tax breaks for miners, protection from regulation overreach, and even plans to bring Bitcoin reserves into federal banking strategy. The idea is to position America as a global leader in digital currency, not China, not Europe. He's also working with Musk to explore secure blockchain infrastructure for government records and payments. That's a bold move considering Trump once dismissed crypto altogether. But times have changed, and so has the economy. As inflation bites and traditional finance wobbles, Trump wants crypto to be America's digital backbone. Wall Street's uneasy, Silicon Valley's hyped, and everyone else? Still catching up. But if you think Bitcoin's a big move, wait till you hear what he's doing about Ukraine. After 3 years of bloodshed in Ukraine, world leaders are turning to someone who's not afraid to rock the boat: Donald Trump. His solution? Tariffs on both Russia and Ukraine, unless they sit down and talk peace. It sounds wild, but it's working. Trump is using American economic power as leverage, threatening both sides with blocked trade and frozen aid, unless they come to the table. He's also made it clear, no more blank checks from the US. This pressure campaign has already pushed some European allies to rethink their own positions. Trump believes ending the war now is the only way to avoid a wider conflict in Europe, or worse, World War III. While critics call it reckless, others say only Trump has the guts to force both sides to stop the madness. And just when you think he's done shaking the world, he makes a move no one expected. It's not the 1900s, but Trump just pulled a move straight out of a history book. He's demanding that America retake control of the Panama Canal, which was handed back to Panama in the 1970s. Why? Because China's been quietly creeping in, and Trump says it's a national security risk. The canal is a vital trade route, and Trump claims it should be back under US oversight, especially with rising tensions in global shipping. Talks are underway to create a US security corridor in the region, and naval patrols are already rumored to be increasing. Critics are calling it aggressive, but Trump argues it's just common sense. Would we let China control the Suez Canal? The message is clear: America first, foreign influence out. And if you think the Panama Canal is bold, wait till you hear what he's planning with Greenland. Remember when Trump said he wanted to buy Greenland and everyone laughed? Well, no one's laughing now. In 2025, he returned with a new plan. Not to buy, but to protect. Trump offered military security and economic partnerships to Greenland in exchange for stronger ties and strategic access. Why? Because Russia and China are getting too close to the Arctic Circle, and Greenland is sitting on a gold mine of rare earth minerals. Trump claims Denmark isn't doing enough to protect it, and Musk agrees, especially since those minerals are critical for tech and defense industries. While Denmark politely pushed back, it didn't offer much else. Now, US drones, scientists, and investors are already eyeing the icy terrain. Is it about resources, power, or both? And while Greenland heats up politically, Trump's cooling things down back home by strengthening the military. Trump's bringing the military back in a big way. His new doctrine, peace through strength, but make it next general, from launching 6th-gen stealth fighters to building a national dome defense system inspired by Israel's Iron Dome, Trump's goal is clear. Don't just be strong, be untouchable. He's partnered with Elon Musk to integrate AI satellites and Starlink tech into missile defense, making real-time threat detection a reality. The defense budget has surged, and so has enlistment. Trump insists it's about keeping the peace by making aggression pointless. Critics argue it fuels the arms race, but Trump's not budging. He's pushing hard for a fully modernized force ready for any future war, whether it's cyber, space, or nuclear. And speaking of defense, Trump's next target isn't across the ocean. It's right on the border. Trump wasted no time declaring the southern border a national security crisis again. Thousands of military troops have been deployed, construction on the wall has resumed, and new surveillance tech from Musk's companies is being installed along key checkpoints. But here's the twist. Canada's now involved. Trump has warned Canadian officials to increase their own border security, citing rising illegal crossings, human trafficking, and fentanyl flows from the north. He wants joint patrols, shared intel, and shared costs. That's right, he's building pressure from both ends. With fentanyl deaths soaring and public support rising, Trump's going all in to shut down illegal trafficking once and for all. And he's not stopping at just boots on the ground. This time, there's tech in the sky too. But if you think the border plan is big, just wait until you hear about Liberation Day. On April 2nd, Trump declared Liberation Day, the moment America stopped getting ripped off. He's launched equal tariffs across the board, meaning if a country slaps 20% on US goods, we're slapping 20% back. This has shaken the global economy, with countries scrambling to negotiate. But back home, manufacturing is booming. Over $2 trillion in investments have poured into new factories, from Apple to Toyota to Saudi-backed tech plants. Trump says this is how you bring the jobs home. Musk calls it a genius reset of global trade. Union workers are celebrating too, finally seeing a level playing field after decades of unfair competition. Critics say it risks a trade war. Trump calls it economic justice. And as America rebuilds its industry, Trump's also targeting chaos in the Middle East. The Middle East is back in Trump's crosshairs, and he's not holding back. Within weeks of his second term, Trump reimposed heavy sanctions on Iran, slashing oil revenue and cutting off funds to proxy terror groups. He's also ordered airstrikes on militia leaders attacking US troops and Israeli allies. With Netanyahu back in full cooperation, the US-Israel alliance is stronger than ever. Trump has lifted Obama-era restrictions and backed Israel's campaign against Hamas in Gaza. Elon Musk has even offered to use Starlink for encrypted battlefield comms, deepening tech support for allied forces. Critics fear escalation, but Trump insists it's about deterrence and defending shipping routes that impact the global economy. And if you think Trump's pressure ends there, you haven't seen how he's handling NATO. Trump's not just fighting enemies abroad, he's also calling out America's own allies. At a recent NATO summit, he slammed European nations for underpaying, saying the US has been carrying the burden for too long. His message: if it's your backyard, then you protect it. Trump wants every NATO country to hit a minimum of 3% GDP in defense spending, or risk losing US military support. And surprise, it's working. Germany, France, and even the UK have started increasing their budgets fast. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is proposing AI-enhanced border defense systems, using US technology, giving NATO a tech upgrade it's never seen before. Trump calls it tough love, while critics say it's threatening the alliance. But love it or hate it, NATO's now spending like never before, and Trump's taking the credit. So there you have it, some jaw-dropping moves that are rewriting America's future. From reclaiming lost power to redefining global rules, Trump and Musk are on a mission that's anything but subtle. Which move shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and we'll see you in the next one.